A woman has been shot dead outside the Rahima Moosa Hospital in Coronationville, Johannesburg. It appears she and her son were caught in a crossfire during a gang shootout. My colleague Lindokuhle Xulu joins us live now from the scene in Coronationville. Lindokuhle, I am looking at the scenes behind you. I see what I believe to be the woman's body now being loaded into that forensic vehicle. Bring us up to speed with the very latest.
Well, Tembegile, it is a developing story, so details are still sketchy as to what took place. But I'm moving out of shot now to show you. This is the process where they're taking the body into the Forensics Pathology Service van. We understand that this was, an altercation between two gangs. Of course, these are allegations that are coming out at this particular stage. We understand that the woman was in fact coming from the Rahima Moosa Mother and Child Hospital, and we understand that in the course of them going or making their way home, they were caught in a crossfire between the two the gangs that had an altercation. Those are the allegations that are coming out of this. Of course, we try to speak to community members at this stage, and one of them, even all of them, actually refused to speak to us or tell us what exactly has been happening on and off camera. And one of the things that they said was that we don't want to be the next ones to be laying down like the woman who is laying down there. But what we understand so far, Tembegile, I'll let you see those pictures as they unfold. But what we understand so far is that the woman was, of course, with her child, the 10-year-old, who apparently has been shot as well. But it seems that the woman is the only fatality at this point in time. Of course, earlier on, before you came to us, we saw also people viewing the body themselves without, of course, the supervision of the police and just shedding tears. We don't know if that is the family or not, but it seems that this woman is known in this area. But of course, there is a very reluctant sense, a sense of reluctancy from the community themselves, saying that they do not want to be the next ones to be laying down here. But of course, the details at this point are still sketchy as to who are the perpetrators and if there has been anyone that has been arrested at this stage. But I can tell you that right now we've just witnessed the woman being taken into that pathology van, and Mr. Mbuteni will move with me. There is a cleaning right now. They're cleaning the scene. That's where the woman was laying down, and you can see that bucket filled with water, and just making sure that the blood that was in this passageway is being cleared. That is what is happening at this current stage, Tembegile.
And Lindokuhle, perhaps you can just continue to stay out of shot for us as we observe this, because what I want to point out from these pictures that you're giving us is at the scene of what is a murder this afternoon, there are children who are now being exposed to the results of this violence, and it would then tie in with the reluctance of community members to speak to you, which then goes back to just the scale and the culture of violence that seems to be demonstrated in this particular area today.
Well, of course, this area has that history, and of course, a lot of allegations that we are getting about particularly the drug-related issues around this area, and this one being suspected to be one of them. Of course, the gangs being the one. But it seems that there is someone who is willing to speak to us, Tembegile, at this particular point in time. We'll just if you could come closer, ma'am. We'll just try and get a word from. I don't know if you've witnessed what happened here, but just take us through what you want to say.
That's my friend, and that's my friend for years. She has children, she has great-grandchildren, but they ran over there. The shooters of Westbury, they must take their guns there and go there wherever it belongs. They don't belong here. Innocent woman with a children, a grandchildren, and a husband alone in a house. Why do they come just and shoot here? We have children here, man. Our children play tops here and everything. We women, we like to sit in the sun. Why they just come and shoot? They must take their guns there and put it in their graves. Don't put it in our graves, we women. We're not gangsters. We have children that must look after. Here's our children. What must we do now? Sit in a yard, sit in a house and do what? It's not normal, man. Let it go. Period. See that woman there? She was not even a fighting type. She didn't know nobody. Where was she lying now? From what time? I mean to say now, really, every time it's only, state law, Westbury. No, man. Let her take the guns and move somewhere. I don't care. Let her take the guns. Leave us alone. Or yes, All the women from West, you must also get us guns from the police. Give us guns that we all shoot each other.
Well, a timely response there, Thembekile, as you just asked a question of this incident taking place at this particular area, and this woman particularly saying that this was her friend that was lying there not a moment ago, but saying that, you know, they need protection as well as themselves, and saying that this was a harmless woman who had children and grandchildren, taking care of those children. But Thembekile, I'll let you and allow you to see those pictures. But speaking, this woman particularly speaking volume to what you had just asked me, and that is that you know, this area is allegedly one of the areas that is you know, a crime infested, particularly by drugs as well as gangs. And what she was saying is that you know, they are women. Why are they the ones that are always caught in this crossfire? And saying that, you know, they also, if it comes to a shove, then they need to also get guns and protect themselves. But those are the issues that are being raised at this particular point in time. We see the pathology van and the forensics van trying to move away from this area. But I see there's a gentleman even here trying to, you know, speak to us. I don't know if we can just, Mr. Mbudzeni, if you can just allow us to come to the gentleman here. We're just trying to get a sense of exactly what is happening in this area, sir.
That is what's happening. I need answers, just as you people need answers. That is my wife. That is my wife. She walked past and she got shot. I'm asking myself this question. What is the law in Westbury? This is not the first innocent victim that is being shot. Personally, I don't know, must I hate? I don't know, must I cry? I don't know, must I get the gun? I don't know what to do. I'm a God-fearing man. Times like this, what goes inside of you? What does our SAP do to us? That's the question. In Cape Town, they're doing the very same thing. Those people went on a strike, and they call it illegal marches and all that. The minute the people decide to do something, it's illegal. But when things like this happen, there's no police. Right now, there's a lot of police. Once this is over, there my wife is gone, the van is gone. Tonight comes, tomorrow morning, you won't see one single police here. These people shoot this thing started on Friday night, right by my gate. Until Sunday, they shot another guy by that shop over there where the robot is. Today is another victim, and that's not the only one. There was a small child, my children's cousin, was shot in the legs in the hospital right now. Do you guys understand what we're going through here? You really understand what we're going through? I mean, really, I'm asking, do you really understand what we're going through? Subs or no subs? Whatever. We, right now, I've got my family, I've got everything. There's an uncle, my wife's family, my own family. We've got to bury my wife. And life, to them, it's just, life goes on. Life can't just go on. I'm sick and tired of this business. You find people wanting to move out. We don't even have proper houses to go to. Where will we go to now? Day in and day out, people get shot. And it's not the people who sell drugs or the drug lords or whatever, drug devils or whatever. It's innocent people that dies. Innocent, like that. My wife, she was busy doing her washing. She went down to that school over there to go and fetch a report. A school report. That is the end result of a school report. What is that now? What is that? I was phoned at work to say, you better come home now. I'm from my workplace. At work, I must find out my wife is lying here in the street. What is that? That is the way we live here. Where is the premier? Where is the MECs? Where is the station commanders? Where are all those people that is supposed to protect and serve? It is just protect and serve. I'm sorry.
Thembekile, a first-hand account from the husband of the lady we saw the body of laying down there, just saying that this is an ongoing crisis that they are facing in this particular area, and calling on all of those that are our leaders. Of course, the premier, one of those that is being mentioned here, but it seems that the community is, of course, I'll show you, allow you, Mbudzeni, to show that this is, of course, the family here that was called to respond to the scene and see what had just happened. The gentleman there telling us that he was called from work to see or to actually identify what had happened to his wife. We'll just try to move closer to show you, but the crime scene right now is being cleaned, and we understand that the police have conducted whatever whatever evidence they had together. But it seems that this is alleged to be a gang-related incident, and they're saying that this is what they have to live with on a daily basis.
Lindokuhle Xulu, our reporter out in Coronationville this evening as we continue to cover the tragic story. A woman shot dead in that area, a 10-year-old child lying in hospital tonight after being caught in what we're told was gang crossfire. Lindokuhle will continue to bring you updates throughout the evening here on eNCA.